third failure in a row, did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
There are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight in the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult. Probably not the guy that most people would bet on.
Who wins?
It's like a little kid fighting a bunch of sumo wrestlers. Usually the sumo wrestlers win. We're a little scrappy company. Every now and again, a little scrappy company wins. And I think this will be one of them.
Everyone from the Doge community that's in here tonight, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Right at this moment, I want you to stop what you're doing. Even anything else you might be doing, we'll have in the stream. And I want you to look. I want you to look at that computer screen monitor or that TV screen in front of you with that thumbnail art and my voice coming through to you right now. And I want you to understand one big, simple, epic concept. We are going to win. We are going to win. We are going to win. We've got the Doge momentum. Can you dig it?
Maybe have some fun. I mean, it's like there's a good chance that crypto is the future currency of Earth. Right. And then it's like, well, which one is it going to be? Like, what would be the most ironic outcome? That the currency that was invented as a joke, in fact, becomes the real currency.
Right. Wow. No, absolutely. To the moon.
To the moon.
When you had that third failure in a row, did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up.
Hey, good evening, guys. Good evening, guys. Long time no see. Long time no see. This is your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live, pulling a real long day here. This is my third stream of the day. Did a morning, did a late afternoon, early evening, and now the late night stream. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get started, I need everyone to do me a small favor and smash that like button if you haven't already. It's literally the only thing that gets this video up in front of more sets of eyes and through the YouTube algorithm. So if you could just take a moment to do that, I'd hugely appreciate it. And also, those of you who are on Twitter, if I could just ask you to retweet out the stream, that's always really helpful too. And I am going to put a link to that RT. So if I could just ask you guys of those two small things before we get started, that would be super appreciated. And I am putting the link to that tweet in the stream right now. Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of have a fun market watch party. We're gonna talk about what we've been seeing, what's transpired over the day, what can we expect going into the near future, and what we can make of these massive gains and everything that's transpired. So just get settled, get cozy, and we'll do it to it. Obviously, if I feel compelled to super chat anytime throughout this broadcast, it's hugely appreciated for all the time and efforts put forth. Feel free to ask myself and or my co-host anything you'd like, and we will field those as best as we can, guys. We got Nicole Magenta, good to see you in chat. 7-1, good to see you back. Abstractus, Slayblaze, me, you, Trello, Zero, good to see you. Who else do we got here? We got, of course, Crypto Tank Girl, Larry Ramirez, and Zach, and the list goes on. Good to see you guys. It is time to get activated. Speaking of which, a man that needs little to no introduction here, it is my co-host for this evening. It is Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. Nick, how's it going, man?
Hey, pretty good, Steven. I am full. I ate so much tonight, it was crazy.
You are full of what, sir?
Oysters and lobster and salmon and shrimp. Yeah, a lot of that.
So you just really stuffed your gourd full of seafood.
Yeah, I woke up this morning at like 194.
Yes.
And I'm currently a little over 200.
Wow. Gotcha.
Big day.
Apparently. So you're a big seafood fan, Nick?
Yeah, I like oysters and I like lobster. I like all that stuff. I usually save it, for the summertime, so I love seafood, but I don't eat it like all the time.
Do you think there's any truth to that old urban legend that oysters are a strong aphrodisiac?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
definitely.
What do you think they attribute that to? Is just maybe it's like high in zinc or something like that?
Yeah, I think they're really high in zinc. It just, they get me going, for sure.
Okay, yeah.
But I also take tadalafil, so I don't know what's doing what anymore.
Well, I would have to figure if, in order for that urban legend to be true, that oysters would have to be extremely high in zinc.
Yeah, then stuff like nitric oxide boosting stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I love them though.
Nice. John Woods coming with the $5 super chat. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Let's Doge. Welcome back, John, and thank you for the support. So I had 2 streams earlier today. Long day for me, Nick.
This is my second today.
Where were you earlier?
I was with Jerry earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jerry Fermetta. He went on a super long one. I think he must have started like at 5 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah, he was going when I got up, and it was he's in New York, so he's an hour ahead of us. But he was going when I got up, and I think I jumped on with him at like 9:30. Goodness
gracious! Yeah. Oh, more power to him, and good to see that kid back in the fold. It's been a long time.
If Jerry's around, the market is pumping.
Yeah, that's true. So right now we are seeing, I guess we could chalk this up to the Steele effect once again, Nick. I mean, just since we've gone back on, the market started pumping again. I mean, seriously, just since we started, literally within the last 15 minutes, Dogecoin's gone up almost 3%.
Yeah, we flirted with 29 a little earlier. Day range max out at 2837, so we were right on 29, and it looks like it's forming another run at the 30. So we'll see.
Yeah. So Nick, if you could, this is interesting, and before this big breakout happened today with Dogecoin, this is something that is obviously really a welcome addition to what's been going on, but nonetheless very unsurprising. This is something that we had been talking about consistently night after night that was going to happen. But for me, it happened a little bit sooner than I anticipated. What about you? What say you?
I mean, I brought this up the other night. Like, I thought that compared to the rest of the market, Dogecoin was so undervalued and so dramatically undervalued. I was scratching my head, how long can this go on for? Somebody has to realize that there's a bargain out here right now.
Right.
I mean, we were negatively priced for the month compared to the rest of all of the other top 10. And we were still in the top 10. I mean, our ranking hadn't changed really, but we were just so dramatically undervalued. And I think whoever's in control of the big money finally caught on, was like, oh, crap. We're missing out on 30% gains right now. So let's take advantage of that.
Yes. So is this kind of in coordinates with what you anticipated? Or a little bit below what you anticipated, or is this an overachieving event? Where is this? What's transpired today? How does that line up with your the expectations we talked about preceding this?
I think currently we are right where we should be.
Yes, agreed.
It's great. I think it's great to see anything more than where we're at right now is cake. But just looking at what Dogecoin should have been valued at compared to the rest of the market, I think we have corrected, and I think we are right where we should be trading right now. Percentage-wise, daily percentage gain. I mean, obviously today was a massive day. But if you look at it in in the terms of a month or whatever, I think we made up for a lot of sideways trading today, and I think we're right exactly where we should be compared to the rest of the market.
Agreed, and this is something we talked about repeatedly, hasn't? It's been a really reoccurring theme on the show, where you and I kept telling folks, because we kept hearing people lament about, why is Doge not doing anything while Bitcoin and Ethereum are pumping, and we just kept saying, hold your horses, guys. If any crypto history is any indication, Doge is ready to break loose. Just calm down, take a few deep breaths. It's going to get up and it's going to get legs. It's going to run with the same kind of bullishness that we've been seeing with both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and obviously today did not disappoint. And so here we are. I guess the next question is, where do we go from here? Where do you see, do you think we're going to trade? What do you think is most likely, Nick, by the time we're looking at Monday morning? Going into late tonight, into tomorrow, retracement, sideways where it's at, finding a new floor around 26 cents, or even finding our way upwards towards 30.
$1.82. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I posted my graph on Twitter today. I think, and people could see like what I'm seeing.
Yes.
As we all know, $1.82 is my ultimate price target.
Yes.
I think just based off of the if you look at it like I'm looking at the daily chart right now. If you go just based on the daily graph, like this is very, very strong price action. And we're just crossing the zero line on the MACD for the daily. I mean, we're just getting up to it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Where, Bitcoin has been over that line since, the end of July. I believe we still have room to go.
Mm-hmm.
And if that assumption is correct, I think we should be trading in the 30s, mid to high 30s within the next 2 to 3 days. So I think definitely by Monday, if we see anything like today, I think the bars that we saw today were a good indicator, and I think that we should continue to. It's just a bullish trend overall, and I don't see a reason why we can't break the 29 level, get into the 30s, which is the 29 falls on the 382 Fibonacci level, which is our next resistance level. So I think we should be trading in that, definitely within that next range, which is like 29 to 34.
Yeah, so do you think we can reach the lower end of that by the weekend's end?
We'll see what tomorrow holds. I heard there's some rumors that are going around about tomorrow. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea.
And what sort of rumors, Nick?
I don't know. I don't pay it. Like, I don't pay him any mind. I think somebody said Tesla is going to announce something tomorrow. I don't know. I have no idea. But we shall see. It remains to be seen. I'd like to see what happens tomorrow. But if everything keeps going the way it is, and Bitcoin continues to do well, I could easily see us trading in the 30s by early next week for sure.
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe that as well. Of course, nothing's for sure in these markets, but people kept asking my earlier streams if it's possible for us to see get to 30 by the time Monday morning rolls around. I absolutely think it's possible. Now, a lot of volume and trading volume has to happen between now and Monday morning in order to accomplish that, since we're right at about even on 26 cents right now. I mean, a 4-cent increase is no small potatoes. For example, when we first started out today at around 7:30 a.m., Dogecoin was trading right at about just slightly over 22 cents. So the amount of volume that it took for us to get from 22 to go on this bull run to 26 cents was significant. That means essentially we have to double that sort of volume between now and Monday, which is no small order, particularly considering when you look at Dogecoin now being up to a market cap of a little bit over 34 billion, Nick. So I guess where I would put it is possible, but I'm leaning about 40% probability Dogecoin hits 30 cents by Monday. What do you say?
I think that's fair. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now, would you give a more, less, or similar more bullish or more bearish or similar outlook to me for that probability by Monday?
I would say that's a fair probability. I don't think that's crazy, and I don't think it's outlandish to think.
Right. Let's see. Josh Randell disavows Zaxi, Alan Schneider, and let's see who else we got. 7-1, welcome back. Annette Murphy and Ellie Fly, and Slay Blaze and Zero. Just giving my shout outs out of the way there. Good to see you all. Good to see you all, and welcome back. We've got about 80 some people in the room now, and we got about 40 some thumbs up, some likes. So we've got a little bit of a disparity between people watching and likes. So if we could just kind of close that gap, I'd appreciate it. Just take a split second of your time just to smash that like button, guys. If we could, let's pop up those likes, because it really is just literally the simplest and most effective thing you can do to help the channel. Appreciate it. So, here we are. We get definitely in a bit of retracement now. We're at 25.87. I think the all-time high today was right at around 28 cents, right?
28,377.
28,377. Okay, so now we are slipping into the 25s. What do you say? Let's say Doge gets to an even quarter again. Firstly, are you anticipating that sort of retracement? And secondly, what would that symbolize? What would that mean if we go back down to 25, 24 cents this evening?
I mean, not any. It wouldn't be significant. I don't think. I'm going to take a look at the a shorter time frame right now, just to kind of gauge where we're at here. Yeah, I mean, if we're down at if we get back into the 25 ranges, it wouldn't be crazy to me. I don't think that's after what happened today. That's not anything. That's not anything crazy. I don't think anything really between 27 and 25 is, as long as we bounce around that area, I think that's fine.
Yeah, and that's I completely concur, And my question for you regarding that is almost a rhetorical one, really, because I wanted you to kind of state that in your own words for the audience, because if that ends up being the case, I really don't find that any cause for alarm in any stretch, no matter which way you cut it. The rest of the market, let's look at what the rest of the market is doing at this very moment, Nick. So right now we've got Bitcoin running at about 44,200. It's up a little less than 2% for the day. And then Ethereum. So we got Ethereum running right at 3,100, about 3,100 even right now. So, and that's considering the ATH today for Ethereum had been just about 3,200. And then, Doge obviously ran with an ATH at, I'm trying to think what time. So that was at 7 p.m. is when we touched 28.35. That would put Doge up about 25% just in the last 24 hours. As it stands now, guys, still not too shabby at all. Doge is running just a little bit under 22% in the last 24 hours as we traded about 26, just a little bit under 26 cents. Still just an incredibly significant amount of movement just in the last 24 hours. 22%. So 22% of about 34 billion in volume to accomplish what we have. Nick, what do you attribute this finally Dogecoin breaking out and giving a nice giving a nice boost to kind of catch up with the bullishness of Bitcoin and Ethereum?
I know as much as like Chad doesn't like this idea, but it really is. It's a combination of whales, day traders, and bots.
Yes, yes.
The huge, gigantic spikes that happen in one day, like we saw today, are only attributed to huge whale investors, day traders who are taking advantage, and bots that are so active on the market. So, yeah.
Yeah, well stated there. And at this time, I'd like to noticing definitely some new names in the chat. I'd like to looks like some folks from crossing over again from Crypto Batman stream. So welcome any Moonbats here. It's always great to see Moonbats up in here. And then also Living with Lucy. Anyone that's a regular viewer of Living with Lucy, I personally, I love Living with Lucy. I think I think she's fantastic for the space. I think she's a fantastic representative and content creator for Dogecoin and the Doge community. I think she's lovely. I think she's got a great attitude, and I think she just really brings with the live streams. And another thing I was thinking about, Nick, and Lucy was communicating this to me yesterday when I was just kind of stopping in on her stream, in her chat yesterday, is, you know, she's probably the closest thing to what this stream does, because there isn't many regular Doge-centric live stream like shows, right? And Lucy just, you know, gets on camera, and it's kind of more like a show. It's kind of more like a talk show where she kind of just she kind of freestyles it, but it is nevertheless, and she does pack in a lot of communication and information during her streams, much like we do here. So I would say out of anyone in this space, technically, Lucy's probably the closest to in the Doge space to what we do here. Don't you think?
Yeah, she's got a really cool vibe. I wish we could get her on.
Yeah,
but I know she doesn't like making guest appearances. But I love it. I've been watching her since like the very beginning. And I love what she does.
Yeah, she's pretty trepidatious and shy about going on anyone else's shows, though.
Yeah, I don't think she ever has.
Crypto Batman's kind of that way too. It's interesting. It's kind of a common thing too. It's not for everyone. You think that content creators are inherently more, they're all like more bold, less shy people, but you get them outside of their comfort zone of their own streams. Some of them just can't do it. Some just can't do it. Crypto Batman's kind of one of those people, and Lucy's apparently one of those people too.
Crypto Batman's been in here before, though.
Yeah, a bit. Matt does it too, but Matt acts. He sounds a bit different when he's outside of his zone. But he'll do it. He'll make guest appearances and stuff. Karen Smith says, Stephen Steele, you and Living with Lucy are the best streamers for Doge. You guys are the best. Karen Smith, thank you so much. I really appreciate those kind comments and that awesome feedback. And welcome to the fold here, Karen. Really appreciate that. Zaxy says, Steele, the best Doge content. Thank you so much, guys. So Saturday night, feeling all right. Guys, sorry if I sound a little more mellow and low energy. You got to understand, I'm coasting.
A long day.
And plus, I'm just coasting off, not a lot of sleep. And I was juggling stuff with my new apartment and then my day business that I run. I was just kind of on demand all day with my employee, and then and plus fitting in 3 streams. It's been quite the multitasking scenario, but nevertheless, I love it. I love what I do, and I love going to the mat every day for this kind of stuff. And here we are trading at 25.80. You know, it's easy to lose perspective sometimes in terms of, you know, we made it all the way up to 28 today, right? And then 27. And now we are at 25.78. But, you know, think about just 24 hours ago, guys. You know, someone said we're going to be, you know, comfortably at 25.79 today. You would be ecstatic, right? You'd be ecstatic. So these are the normal sort of retracements and market corrections that happen on our ascendance to the moon. It's just a normal, healthy part of the process. What do you say, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, every hour that went on, I was like, how is this continuing? You know, like we were bound to hit a wall at some point,
Right.
But we haven't even really. I mean, it's not like we've really come down that much. I'm gonna measure it out right now.
No.
But yeah, we're down like 9% from the high, which is in reality is like nothing compared to what we put down today. So,
Right.
yeah, I mean that's, you know, as long as we kind of hover here, we could, like I said, we could gear up for another run at it. You know, just looking at the lows that are being created now, I think everything from about an hour on, as long as the lows are getting higher, that's fine by me.
Yeah. And I had to make a decision on my own portfolio a couple days ago. I think I shared it with you, but I had decided to take, and it was a little bit hard because it was a token that I had previously been pretty bullish about. That was VGX, which is Voyager's hallmark cryptocurrency. And I decided to sell every one of my VGX and roll it all over into purchasing more Ethereum. So I did that the day before yesterday. Seeing how things have been playing out, I feel very good about my decision, honestly. And I've become increasingly bullish on Ethereum, you guys. And next to Doge, Ethereum is my strong number 2 position, and one that I feel very passionately about as well. What do you say, Nick?
Yeah, I wish I could say the same.
Well, you were talking about how you're going to be making a pretty sizable addition to your Ethereum collection. Yeah.
Yeah, once I hit my next Dogecoin sell, I'll get some Ethereum for sure. That's the big hole in my portfolio that I'm missing. I've got everything else that I want. I want, you know, all I really want is Bitcoin, Litecoin, ADA, and Ethereum.
Yes.
And I have all the Doge in the world. I don't need any more.
Hey, look at who it is. It's our resident rock star, Rock Lobster, coming in big, large, and in charge with a generous super chat of $49.99. Hashtag Dogecoin to the moon. I love it. Putting a pep in my step, and I just really appreciate you, Rock Lobster. We all love you here at Steele. I
watched a video of him today that was really cool. It was like an interview kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like I've seen some of the videos that he puts out too. It's almost like snippets of a rockumentary, I would say.
Yes, yeah, like a documentary. Yeah,
Yeah, I watched Rock Lobster play a pretty kick-ass solo version of Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones.
Oh, sick! That sounds awesome.
Yeah, he posted that, and it sounded really good. And he's playing in front of a pretty enthusiastic crowd. I'm not quite sure where, but it was cool. Josh Randell disavows coming in at $10. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Josh. Always appreciate you. And your continued support. Buy some Doge hazel eyes. So I corrected him last night. He called me blue eyes, and I said, technically, actually, they're hazel eyes. But thank you. I will put that. I will put those 10 smackaroos towards some Doge. So thank you guys so much.
Trader Tax has been using every dono that he gets. He immediately buys Dogecoin with it, like live on stream. Ooh, did you hear about what happened with CryptoFace?
I did not. Go ahead.
Ooh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anyone knows for sure. But he was streaming this morning, and for those who have seen CryptoFace's content, he live streams his trades, right?
Yeah.
So he lets you watch him trade live. And he's been sponsored for years now by this company, Bybit, a very prominent leverage trading platform.
Yeah, okay.
And something happened with them. I don't know, but from the gist of it, what I got was that Bybit is banning him, or not. I shouldn't say they're banning him. They're not letting him stream his trades anymore. And the problem that he now has is that his trades are so large that no other exchange can handle him. Like, he'll crash other exchanges. Yeah.
That's so peculiar.
Yeah, his orders are his Bitcoin orders are so big that other exchange, like Bybit there's like maybe one other exchange that can handle the size of his trades. So yeah, pretty crazy. I don't know what he was like crying this morning. I don't know if he knows what he's gonna do.
Oh my gosh, he's crying?
Yeah, he had like sad music playing, and he was saying like he never cries about money, but this time like might be different. I don't know. It was weird. I've never seen him like that before.
Wow. So CryptoFace had a tear in his beer.
Yeah, and rightfully so. I mean, I think I think why, if I had to guess, it's because his trading is so profitable, that Bybit is, they're making money off of him because of his affiliate link. But I think they're probably thinking that they're losing money off him, off of all the people who are just copying what he does. So
I see.
Yeah, which could be true.
Wow. Don't cry for me, CryptoFace. Well, I think CryptoFace, I think he'll be financially okay, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he makes $250,000 a day.
I mean, come on. I mean, us even talking about it, I'm sure some people are kind of groaning like, oh, I mean, I guess that's too bad, but I'm just wondering, people are like, I'm just wondering how to cover my mortgage this month. Going on here we are above, we reached up, look at that, we reached above 26 cents just since in the last couple of minutes here. We got a green candle kind of just butting in here. Definitely more buys than sells coming in clearly for the first time, this clearly anyway, since we've been on the air tonight. What do you give the probability, Nick, that Dogecoin, I mean, what did you say? We're in a 9% correction right now compared to the ATH?
Yeah, not all-time high, but daily high. Right now we are, actually we're pumping right now. 8%. We're 8%. The candles that I'm seeing right now are actually very promising.
That's what I'm looking at too. I'm looking at it at the same time you are, and I'm like, actually, if we keep going at this rate, we could be continuously closing that gap. So speaking of which, from everything that you've experienced in crypto since your involvement, particularly in relation to Dogecoin, Nick, is it possible we could just see a rally back within 48 hours to rival the ATH?
I don't think in 2 days we're going to see 70 cents.
No, not. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself.
Daily,
not the all-time ATH, the daily ATH from today.
Yeah, I mean, I think if the candles look really strong right now, especially
Yeah.
on the 5-minute candles look really good.
Yeah.
And we're doing the same thing we were doing at the beginning of the day, which is breaking out from the rest of the market, where the rest of the market was kind of just even keel. We're technically positive right now. So, yeah, I mean, I think if today proved anything, I think that's a total possibility. I'm going to bed a little bit early today because my girlfriend is coming over early tomorrow morning.
Yep.
But I was excited to see what happened when I woke up this morning, and I will certainly be excited to see what happens when I wake up tomorrow morning, because we are in a really, really strong uptrend right now, despite just the minor correction we had over the past hour or so. But yeah, we could break that. I think the resistance line what I'd be looking for is to break through 29 cents.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great if we could just continuously rally into the twilight? Well, you go to bed and I could carry on here. What's really funny is sometimes I was looking for, where's my avatar for the primary screen? I don't know if you got your computer in front of you. And then I found that my avatar was hiding behind my overlay in the corner here, Nick. And when I bring it out, I realize my avatar is upside down. And I don't know how it got upside down. And I don't know, guys, how to turn myself right side up. So I'm going to have to figure that out on my own time. But check that out, you guys.
The market's got you upside down.
The market's got me upside down. You turn me. Okay, so I'm just going to minimize my avatar here. Oops. And we're just going to file me back in the corner over here, guys. I just thought that was funny. So we are pumping right now. We're at 26.30 about now, Nick. And what do you see in terms of buy and sells over there?
The buy volume is coming back. I mean, we're not in one of those situations like we were back in April when there was no Dogecoin. That was incredible to see. Right. We're not in one of those situations where there just literally wasn't enough coins to go around. I would love to see that again. I think that type of situation where the exchanges run out, that's what's going to drive us to that $1.81, $1.82 price range. We're not seeing that today. I mean, we're seeing a lot of buy action, but it's not this super parabolic. It's steady and it's consistent, but it's not like the exchanges are getting run out of coins to sell.
Yeah, it's not like the exchanges are running low. Speaking of which, I guess my next question is this. Here we are at 26.45. We are moving so quickly now, and the green candles are going up and up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 green weenies in a row. We had 11 just springing up here. What a nice kind of turbo boost, seemingly out of nowhere here. What is the rest of the market looking like? This is at the point where I'm just curious to see if this is something more unique to Doge or if it's a whole market turn. Well, it does look like. Go ahead.
It's very unique to Doge. Everything else is just kind of stable or down just slightly.
Yeah, so this is exactly what Nick and I talk about. Okay, this is exactly what we've been talking about all week. And, for all the people and all the dudes that have been, in my inbox or in my mentions over the last week and in my comments, oh my gosh, it's just so pathetic. In the comments, particularly all week. And even in the comments on this YouTube channel, where it's just the gnashing of teeth, just like, Doge it's a hopeless case, and
Yeah.
everything else is moving but Doge, and I don't even know why you guys go on it anymore, and why even bother? Why should we even bother? And
People
I'm
were
just
saying
like,
that on Jerry's stream today as it was actively moving up like 20%. They're like, Doge is dead. Like, I have nothing for these people. I can't tell these people anything.
yeah, and here we go. Here I'm actually pulling up one. This is a very common sentiment, and it got a couple thumbs up on one of our videos on one of our most recent episodes. And it's from the dudes. I'm sorry, I gotta call him out because he's been writing this stuff all over the YouTube page. The Dudes Abides 2 days ago. Listen how poorly this ages. Another day, Doge loses ground to Bitcoin and ETH and virtually every other altcoin out there. This is so painful. I don't even know why we bother. Down over 50% to Bitcoin the last 2 months. It's just like, what have we been telling you? It's almost like when people comment stuff like that on our statuses, on our videos, I'm like, are you even listening to our podcast? Are you even listening to our shows? Because I think we lay out the case night after night logically why we're not concerned, why we think what's going to happen is going to happen. We have been laying out the case the last couple of weeks, Nick, almost every night, why we are anticipating, why we had good reason to anticipate what's happening now. What can we expect? I don't know how much plainer we can make it for folks.
Yeah, I mean, there's no, like, I understand when things are, when the market was in a downtrend for months and nothing was looking good. But then we have these very clear signals, like very clear, distinct, big red flags that things are like getting ready to take off. And like, people just like the whale guy. What's his name? Mr. Whale or whatever?
I got
blocked you.
I did. Yeah, Mr. Crypto Whale blocked me today, and I didn't like post about him blocking me. I don't like to do that, but I thought it is interesting that I got blocked straight away over a bit of tepid criticism of what he's doing. Maybe he even saw the video or part of the video that we posted last night about him. Anyway, what were you going to say about Crypto Whale?
Well, it's just guys like him who are basically all the time, everything is going to zero or everything's going down. You know what? I think that there are a lot of content creators out there rely on creating hype, right? Like their price predictions are always bullish, and there's one thing to have like a I don't think we during the downtrend, like we were we were very clear about what was happening day to day in the market, but there's certainly people who even when things are down, super down, they're like it's fine, everything's fine. It's like no, we're low right now, it's low. But it's not okay, we're gonna make this is part of the thing. But then that's one thing. But then to have I think it's, if you have an overall bullish outlook in the long term of crypto, I think that's fair to say, because it's been around for so long and it's been doing well for so long. That makes sense. But to just be like, what, like, if you're a long-term bearish outlook market person,
yes,
and you're in crypto, why are you in crypto to begin with? Like, what are you doing? And this guy made all of his money off of Bitcoin. It's like, dude, how did you make your money if the market is constantly going down?
This is the thing. This is the thing where, especially the more I looked into this guy, the Crypto Whale guy, I was like, the more it frustrated me to the point where I'm like, hold the phone here. We are likely talking about Crypto Whale, for those of you who don't know, is a Twitter account that has close to 300,000 followers, so a very big sphere of influence. And his whole kind of angle is constantly being overly bearish about crypto in general to the most hyperbolic, ridiculous proportions, in my opinion.
He's been saying Bitcoin's going to zero for like 5 years now.
Yeah. And he even said not so long ago in May, he said anybody who bought Bitcoin over 12,000 is an idiot. I mean, just what? And so the thing is, I noticed that his profile has been even emerging more as a sphere of influence and quote unquote voice of reason. And somebody I see retweeted a lot, even by certain stalwarts in the Dogecoin community, who I won't mention. But once I started looking at it, I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then I started kind of looking into it with Chad Paxton, and then you. And then we are all kind of coming to the same conclusion. We're like, this guy is likely, looks like he's a Bitcoin millionaire and is constantly flooding the market heavily, excessively every day out of his own personal financial interest to fill his bags. Wouldn't you say that's accurate?
100%.
Yeah, the guy's completely full of it. So for those of you who are following Crypto Whale, just know that's what's going on with Crypto Whale, guys. So I didn't see, and the thing is, I haven't seen anyone else in the crypto sphere like offer up any criticism or challenge to what he was putting forth. So I felt just kind of for posterity's sake, it would be beneficial to do so. And the thing is too, and I think, guys, I would encourage you to watch a video that we just put out yesterday. It's Nick and I discussing, and the video is titled Stephen Steele and Nick Balls discuss Crypto Whale and the horseshoe theory. Okay, and it's a very fascinating discussion that we have about both of these things, how they're related, and most importantly, how it's related to crypto and what you need to watch out for. And just to kind of dovetail a bit more off of that conversation, fascinating conversation that you and I had last night, Nick. Here we have, on one end, you've got over-the-top moon boys, people claiming that Doge is going to 100x, next week, and all this sort of nonsense. Even people saying that Doge is going to go to $10 by the end of the year. This is nonsense. It's just ridiculous, and it's not helpful, and it sets up people for disappointment. It's not realistic. And then also on that same excessive end, you have people who are advocating people, chase red light district coins and spend the majority of their time and resources trying to strike it rich there, which is also not a responsible strategy, let alone one that's likely going to help other people. In fact, conversely, it'll hurt them. But then on the other extreme, so then we have people that are really good at calling that nonsense out, right? And being aware of that. The problem I've been seeing is this emerging minority of folks who are just as extreme, except on the polar opposite end of the spectrum, that are just so bearish to the point of absurdity that they're just as connected from reality as the moon boys are. Go ahead.
I talked to Jerry about Shiba Inu today.
Yeah.
And 'cause, he's a big token guy. And I told him about the whole Vitalik thing.
Yeah.
And him donating all of it to the government of India, who's only cashed in like a percentage of it.
Wait, Jerry's the big Shiba Inu token supporter?
No, he's just a token. He's a big
he mixes it up in that world a lot. Yep.
Yeah. And he's not in Shiba Inu at all. And I was telling him, I'm like, most of that is owned by the government of India, and they're trying to actively sell it. He's like, whoa, bro, I didn't know. He's like, I would have never known that. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, dude, you gotta look into these things before you buy them. And it's like, that's not FUD. That's
right.
like facts. There's a difference between FUD and what's actually happening live.
Right.
So there's a fine line, and I think people should be informed.
And that's why I think it's important that you and I have these conversations on here, because like I expressed last night on the show, I honestly haven't seen any other crypto-centric content creators really address both of these polarities and how ironically they are similar to each other, but just on opposite ends of the spectrum, which ties in again to horseshoe theory. And then we broke down what horseshoe theory meant last night. Anyway, guys, go check out the video, obviously, when this stream is no longer going. By the way, if you ever miss your man Steven Steele when he's not streaming and you're feeling a little lonely, guess what? I've got great news for you. There is copious amounts of footage and videos and content for you to comb through and to comfort yourself with when you're by or lonesome at night on the YouTube channel. So what we do is live stream do a live stream show almost nearly every day, but then additionally to that, I will make topical video edits that I will put out about one of those. Trying to put out about one of those a day now. So, anyway, let's see here. We got a little bit over 100 folks in the chat. If you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you. You're watching Steven Steele Live. I am Steven Steele. My esteemed co-host is Nick Balls, Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. And again, for those of you who are new, the reason why we call him Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls is because he's literally a Dogecoin multimillionaire, someone who became a multimillionaire solely off of Dogecoin. He invested $10,000 into Dogecoin in 2014, Nick, yeah?
Yep, very, very beginning of 2014.
Yeah, the very beginning of 2014. You invested $10,000 you didn't have at the time, right?
I did not. I had to borrow that from the bank.
So you took out a loan to put it all in dog money. Guys, this is not financial advice, but this is what Nick did, and this is how it turned out. So he held it for many, many years, and now, consequently, due to those diamond hands, Nick was able to turn a $10,000 investment into dog money into a few $1 million. And so here he is. He just has such a compelling and a unique, unusual and inspiring story. So it's really, really awesome to have a guy like that to kind of narrate along as the Dogecoin market evolves. Somebody with that unique story and perspective to offer on all this. So I think it's really cool. Guys, right now we are trading at 2641. Right now, Nick, it looks like we're definitely in some retracement now, but it looks like the biggest point of resistance from what I'm seeing, is around 2640, 2645. I think if we can push through there, 27 cents becomes a lot more probable. Is that similar to what you're seeing?
Yeah, it looks like 26,594. And I mean, the trajectory that we're heading in is really nice. We're the only green. I'm looking at the only green for like the hour right now. So, I mean, I just want to see it ride. It's like Christmas. I want to wake up tomorrow and see what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Me too. Hashtag me too.
I love saying that. I say that whenever I have the opportunity.
I like it because it's a little bit edgy, you know. It's a little bit edgy.
Yeah. I literally tell my girlfriend that all the time.
Our hashtag he too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Here we are. We're kind of in a sideways trading pattern right now, for all intents and purposes, toggling back and forth between the low 26 and 26.3-ish in there. So, I think we're aware of where the next point of resistance is, and obviously where we want to go and where what has to happen in order to achieve that. I've noticed a couple things going on, distinctly going on in the market right now, and I think this is healthy. I think I've noticed kind of a realignment with the BSC market, and also a bit more a healthy skepticism from the investor class, wherein even folks that are typically very immersed, the demographics of people that are very immersed in the red light district coins, BSC coins, now they're demanding more answers before the investment, right? So
Thank God.
They're just like, well, how do I know you're not going to rug? What assurance do I have of this? Who are you? Why should I trust you?
Did you see CoffeeZilla's takedown on the million token today?
Yeah, I did. Well, I listened to it while I was multitasking. I didn't have time to like literally watch it, but I was listening to it as I was doing other things.
Yeah, I mean, who would have saw that coming? You know?
Oh, I saw it coming a mile away because we got people even in here when the million token first came out. It caused quite a splash. There are definitely a few viewers in here that are asking about it. Do you know anything about million token? What are your opinions? I just put some money into million token. Steele, what do you think? And that's when I went. I said, I'm not sure. I'm going to look into it. So I went to the guy, and the guy that conceived and owns million token. He's a very large YouTuber. He's got over 1 million subscribers.
I hate him.
Okay, we'll get to those reasons why. We'll get to those reasons why, because I think that's important. But so I started checking out his content, specifically in relation to most of his videos lately, which have been about pretty much a million token and promoting million token. And the number one thing that stood out to me immediately is the I just can't believe it. The number one thing that stood out to me immediately about this guy is he talks about million token as if it's not his project, as if it's just like this this great project he stumbled across, and he's giving this like objective outsider's opinion. I'm like, bro, like this is your token, like you conceived it, you started it. This is your baby. You're the CEO of this operation, and you're acting like, oh, I just happened to stumble across this project, this great coin I want to tell you about. I'm like, to me, that was just like, I didn't even feel motivated to get into more details about this thing to understand that was a major red flag. Anyway, what's the guy's name? Do you recall?
I don't know. Tech lead is
tech lead. And so feel free to proceed, Nick, on what rubbed you the wrong way about tech lead.
Everything. I hate him so much.
Well, just tell us how you really feel, Nick.
He is such an annoying little prick. I hate him so much. The way he's Patrick Shue, everything about the guy, I just don't like him. I hate his voice. I hate the way that he talks. I hate his face. He just
Nick.
Yeah, I just hate everything about that guy.
You hate his face?
Yeah, I hate his face. I'm not saying. I'm just saying, like, yeah, you know how Barry Silbert has a very punchable face? Tech lead also shares that characteristic. I just don't like the guy. I do not like him. And, you know, he told this story about how he ended up in jail because he had some, like, marital dispute with his ex-wife.
Yes.
And I just, you know, like, I don't know. You know, he was basically saying, like, I didn't hit her. She said that I did, but I didn't. But in America, it doesn't matter because the guy's always wrong. I don't know. Something rubs me the wrong. Yeah, something's a little off there, tech lead. I know what you're trying to pull. I know what this guy's all about, and I don't like him.
Yeah, now that you kind of allude to like the full package there, and yeah, I get what you're seeing a bit more now. Yeah. And welcome, Miles G. Miles G is back in his thing. Welcome to the chat, Miles G. Always great to see you, my friend. Chad Paxton says, "Hey, rock stars, Asia needs to go to bed and eat ramen noodles." Is that his girl? Asia needs to go to bed or eat ramen noodles or squid and stop and eating up our gains today. Uncle Chad says hello. Uncle Chad, aka Chad Paxton. What a big personality that guy is, right?
Yeah, I love Chad.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's a real big personality. And I know he goes by Uncle Chad, and I like that too. But I actually really like the sound of Chad Paxton. I think Paxton's a really awesome, cool last name.
It is pretty dope.
Yeah, and I know he's not quite as fond of it, but maybe because I immediately think of Bill Paxton. You remember Bill Paxton? Bill Paxton was one of, like, in my opinion, one of the quintessential seminal 80s action actors, like action movie, cool movie guys. And he was, one of his most notable roles was in Aliens with Sigourney Weaver. The second one, directed by, the name's eluding me at the moment, but just like...
Cameron?
Yeah, Cameron. James Cameron, right. So, yeah, and Bill Paxton's the guy that said, "Game over, man. It's game over. We're good. We're all going to die, man." Kind of talks like a surfer anyway. I love Bill Paxton.
He died a little while ago,
He
right?
did. Bill Paxton, I think, passed, if I had to guess, about two or 3 years ago. But I don't know. Paxton to me just sounds like such a badass name. So when I see the name on the chat, I would encourage, I like Uncle Chad, but I would also encourage Chad to be flexible with using his real name, Chad Paxton. Chad Paxton stars in, right? I don't know. I think it sounds pretty cool. But
I like it.
Yeah, he was also in Twister. Lisa Turman, I love that. Lisa's like, "Hey, Steven Steele, also in hashtag Twister." Oh, I love that. Yeah, and I love all the Aliens movies, frankly. Well, I would say the last one, I think that would be Aliens 4. I think that was the last one. That one got kind of weird, man, because those aliens were actually inspired. Well, the aliens in all those movies are directly inspired by artwork from H.P. Lovecraft. And...
H.R. Geiger.
Or sorry, not difference. There's the
but also H.P. Lovecraft too.
Yeah. H.P. Geiger. Thank you. So there's a scene in the fourth Aliens where Sigourney Weaver is like nestled inside like this.
Yeah, she does it with an alien.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like a weird.
It was supposed to go even further than that too, Steven. But
Was
they
it really?
couldn't get her to do it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Like, I understand it was like a French director and everything, which really does explain a lot when you watch Aliens 4, because French directors, man, they're into some freaky stuff. And but you know, to the point wherein there's like a 10-minute sequence where Sigourney Weaver is basically in the. I remember it was so uncomfortable. It was like she was like nestled in the womb of an alien and they started doing it with this weird sex scene with one of the aliens. And I like by the time I finished watching Aliens 4, I just had this strong distaste and discernment that was telling me I never want to see that film ever again. And I say this as someone who really enjoyed the first three. I really enjoyed the first three Aliens movie, but the Aliens 4 I found immensely disturbing to the degrees, not disturbing in, hey, like horror, thriller, sci-fi, more disturbing in like, what the F was that, you know? So
it started at Aliens 3 was where it started to get weird.
You know what? it did start to get weird in 3, but 3 was still like a solid alien shoot 'em up film. It still was.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
I actually liked. I feel like the level of weirdness that was portrayed in the third one was just enough. I think it actually gave a little bit of weird, edgy kind of tension there that I didn't necessarily mind. I actually thought it was kind of cool, like those weird felons that were all like in
the prison planet.
That prison planet where they were all like pseudo reformed like monks that were in this cult.
Yeah.
And she
no
was
women around.
Yeah, no one around, and there's also this weird tension where you're like, you felt like any one of these guys were just about to snap and like harm her, right? So that was an interesting tension there, and plus all the tunnels in Aliens 3, and I think that worked out really well. And I remember seeing that by myself as a youngster, and but 4, man, 4 was just some next level. Just disturbing weirdness where it was like, I feel like the director was just like, just for the sake of being like over the top avant-garde, without real like purpose beyond that. I don't know. I never want to see Aliens 4 again for as long as I walk this earth, for the love of God. Anyway, let's see what's going on in the chat. Alien Resurrection, that was the one. Let's see here. Even the scientists in that movie were getting it on with aliens. Yes. It was just so strange. It was so strange. Alien ovaries. Yes. Steele Coin. I don't know who made that profile. Steele Coin, thank you for the...
Oh my God.
Yeah. Thank you for the $1 super sticker. But to most people's relief and maybe a few people's disappointment, I have no intent or I have zero intentions of launching my own coin. Steven Steele, Alien 3 should have been the battle on Earth, humans versus aliens, epic movie. I think they could have made that the fourth one. You know what I mean? I'm actually happy with the third one. I liked the weirdness and the intensity of the third one. And at the end, there was that she basically sacrificed herself. Remember?
Yep. Yeah.
Now, how did she survive? How'd they write her in to bring her back in the fourth one?
Clone.
Clone. I think it was a clone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a little while.
But what is your favorite Alien movie out of the four?
Probably 2.
Yeah, me too. 2 is my favorite. It's like 2 to me is like a quintessential perfect like 80s action thriller. Like
yes.
The perfectly executed 80s action thriller. It's like everything you want out of that genre of movie is perfectly captured, perfectly executed, 100%. I have like no criticisms of it in that regard. To me, I really like the first one a lot, Alien. It's just very much a different kind of film though, isn't it? Alien's more of a brooding, slow builder with lots of mounting tension, whereas Aliens is more like, let's get into it. We're gonna go down this crazy hole, and then it's just gonna be crazy shoot 'em up action thriller, like balls to the wall for like 3/4 of the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm a huge fan. I like Predator as well, and
yeah.
I used to watch there's a YouTube channel that actually does a breakdown of all the old Predator comics, and it reads it like page for page and like shows the pages while the guy reads it, and the guy who reads it's like really good. He's got a really good voice, so
and
I watch those occasionally.
What is this called?
I wish I could remember that. Maybe I can find it. It's a channel on YouTube. comic.
Okay.
Predator Comics Explained. This guy reads like, I think that there's a couple different channels that do this. One of them is Film Comics Explained,
Yeah.
which I'm sure most people are familiar with. And I think the one that reads the comics is called Acid Glow.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's him. And he'll read like the entire comic, like it's like an hour or 2 hours long. But yeah, I love that. I love that stuff from the 80s, man. That was the peak. Late 80s, early 90s was the peak for action.
Yeah, that was the apex of action movies, particularly action like sci-fi, action sci-fi thriller. I guess would be the most complete description of that. And someone who was it? Rock Lobster saying a couple times that Terminator 2 was rad. Now it was Terminator 2.
Oh, that was one of my favorites.
Now was that with the Guns N' Roses theme song?
I don't remember that soundtrack very well. But I do, dude, I remember as a kid, like, watching Terminator 2, and just, like, I loved guns after that movie. Like, that scene where they go out to the desert and get all those guns from, like, that bunker. Like, I don't know why, but I just wanted to, like, collect guns after that. I was so into guns as a kid because of Terminator 2.
I think it is for Terminator 2. The theme song. You don't remember the theme song? The Guns N' Roses. It was called for Terminator 2. It was called "You Could Be Mine," and remember, and it was like the chorus was like, I'm gonna try to do an Axl Rose here, so brace your ears and your hearts. It was like something like, "You could be mine, but you're way out of line."
Yeah, I do remember that.
And it was like,
Is that?
with your bitch slap rapping and your cocaine tongue, you got nothing done.
I'm looking at the soundtrack now. I know that song. I 100% know that song, but I don't.
Maybe that was T3. Maybe that was Terminator 3. I know it came out in 1991. I know the chat will know. The chat will know.
Chat, let us know. Oh, Tech Lead's in here. Oh God.
Wait, what?
Tech Lead is in here.
Please, no, that's not the real Tech Lead. Tech Lead, we got a very, very active troll in here, getting real creative. It went from Steele Coin to Upshot to Tech Lead. Tech Lead, thank you for your $1.99 super chat. Please check out Million Coin. Thanks. Yeah, I think they're.
I don't even really care. Like, I don't care about the Million scam. Like, I think, you know what? He was able to, like, pull it off. And I guess CoffeeZilla, like, said that he made, like, $3 million or something like that. I'm not even mad about that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care about that. I just don't like the guy. I just don't like him. Like, the way that something about the way he talks is so, it just every word that comes out of his mouth, I'm just like, it just makes me angry. He lives in San Francisco. If we go out to visit Billy and we run into Tech Lead, you're gonna have to hold me back.
Why is Tech Lead in the Bay Area as well?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so if we run into Tech Lead, it's on site, as the kids would say.
Okay. I'll try to be the mediator.
Somebody in the chat earlier said that I was like Ogre, and it's like Revenge of the Nerds. I'll throw him off like a building or something. I don't care. I'll ogre that man.
Nerds. I love Revenge of the Nerds.
I have the shirt that Booger has that says "High on Stress."
Wow. CoffeeZilla. I love Booger, by the way. CoffeeZilla said he made $9 million on Twitter. Wow, that's quite Holy smokes. He looks like Upshot's Asian cousin. You guys. You know, yeah, that I think one of my favorite scenes in Revenge of the Nerds is when the main protagonist nerd is like in kind of like this walk through like
Darth Vader suit, and he rapes that girl.
Wait, is that what happened?
Yes. That's why that's why people are like, how is this movie still around? Because he goes into that haunt, whatever it was, like House of Mirrors.
I guess yeah.
Did that fly over your head?
Yeah. I was so young when I saw it that I don't even realize. Okay, why don't you recap it for me?
Okay, Revenge of the Nerds is a movie about a dude taking advantage of a girl, and he goes into that House of Mirrors. He's dressed up as her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. She meets him in the House of Mirrors thinking that it's her boyfriend. Right. They hook up. He doesn't take the mask off until they're done. And then he takes the mask off, and she's like, "Oh my God. Oh, but it was really good, so it's okay."
Well, I don't know. I still think it's kind of funny.
I mean, I don't personally don't have a problem with it. I think it's still an amazing movie, but you could not make that movie today.
No way. But yeah, because I remember that now. Because she's like, "Oh my gosh, it's you," and she's like, "Oh, it's you! I can't believe I made it with a nerd." You know, it's just like, oh gosh, yeah. And then
that's just so crazy. I can't believe someone signed off on that. Like, this was a good idea.
Dude, I can. It was the early '80s. They signed off on lots of things.
That's awesome.
But I actually really like the band that they formed, the Nerds. They formed the
band.
Yes.
Oh my God, so good.
That song is so good.
It really is. And what does he say? I'm trying to think of the rap the guy does now. It's so good.
Yeah, Chad Paxton said, she said, "Are all nerds that good?" That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that song that they do at the end is really good with the electric violins and the synthesizers and I don't know, the whole package. It was what was that? Alpha. What was it? Lambda,
and the Omega Moos.
And the Omega Moos. Yes, yeah. Yeah, you know, I always confuse it with the theme song from Fletch, which is a seminal early '80s classic starring Chevy Chase. And they
dress up like.
I always mix it up between the Revenge of the Nerds theme song and the like a Harold Faltermeyer song. Upshot Son. Somebody put Matt Wallace's face in there. Come on.
Oh, here we go. Speaking of the devil.
But if you want to pay to play, keep it coming.
Upshot Son.
Yep. There we are.
Well, yeah, I'm actually going to get going, Stephen.
Yep.
I got an early morning tomorrow. But keep an eye on the market for me. I hope that we're creating higher lows. So as long as that continues, I mean, we can have a couple of red bars in there every once in a while. It's not the end of the world, people.
I agree. Thanks for joining, Nick. Thanks for sticking around a bit late, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow, my friend.
All right, sounds good, buddy.
All right, thanks again. Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. If you are interested in giving Nick a follow on Twitter, really easy to find on Twitter. Nick, Nick, and then Balls. Yes, that's his last name. Ballz. So feel free to give Nick a follow there. And then it was me, your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, coming to you live. It is 11:40 p.m. in my neck of the woods. If you are out on the West Coast, you're rocking it at about 9:40 p.m. And then if you are on Sunday, or not Sunday. What I was going to say, if you're on the East Coast or in Florida, it's technically going to be Sunday at 12:41 a.m. in the morning. Guys, we are rocking it just right under 26 cents. 26 cents. And, what can I say? Things are trading sideways, but we are still hanging tough. Things are still going pretty darn well here. All things considered, the trading volume has just been phenomenal, and the overall progress of the Doge has been as well. In addition to Ethereum really doing quite nicely. Rodrigo says, great content. Thank you, Rodrigo. Appreciate that so much. Sliding Edge, isn't Upshot Sun coming out with a new token? We'll do, all right. Just kind of catching up on what you guys are talking about in the chat here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Nicole Magenta says, real deal, Steven Steele. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Appreciate that. We got about 100 folks watching right now. If you haven't smashed that like button, if you could just take a moment to do that, takes a split second of your time. Doesn't cost you a dime. Number one thing you can do to help a new, I wouldn't say we're new anymore. We were about a little over 4 months old now on this channel. So, but it is the number thing you can do, simple thing you do to help the channel out. And yeah, so Daniel says, I'm at work, gotta go listen to my boy Steven Steele. Hey, someone's working that third shift, holding it down. Glad I could keep you company while you're putting in the hours, my friend, putting in the hours. Now we are a bit over 26 cents. Can we get to 27 cents tonight? Come on, let's get another bull run started to really kind of set off our Saturday night. Feeling all right, out of sight. A lot of members in the chat tonight. I love it. I love it. That's what all those green names mean with all the different color badges and stuff. Good to see membership repping hard in the chat tonight. Good to see. It's always good to see. Guys, so massive Doge gains. This was inevitable. Absolutely inevitable. And great to see just a moment. I'm checking out a few different things. Just a second here. Okay, so, we've been kind of trading sideways for the last half hour. What can we expect? Nick and I were going over the probabilities, possibilities, what we can expect by Monday morning. I think I put it at about a 40% probability of reaching 30 cents by Monday morning. Nick seemed to think that was pretty accurate as well. A lot of things that have to go incredibly bullish in order to get, and a lot of volume has to take place in order to get to 30 cents from where we're at now. We're trading right at about 26 cents even. But could it happen? Yeah. I give it about a 40%, a little less than half, 50% probability of that happening by Monday. Now, just to give you a little perspective, today was absolutely massive, and we moved from 22 cents even up to an all-time high of a bit over 28 cents to give you an idea. So we'd almost have to double the volume of what we did today in order to reach 30 cents. But we have seen bigger things happen before with Dogecoin, and now that we're assuredly in kind of a second bull run with the entire crypto market now. Yeah, it could definitely happen. In fact, it could happen in a 24-hour cycle. Yerba Mate is looking with a very bullish, a very bullish prediction of 33 cents tomorrow. I mean, I doubt it, but I would love to see it. So I would love to see at least 27 cents before bed, 28 cents even better, to kind of close that gap where it gets pretty exciting, gets titillating as you could maybe describe it in terms of the closeness to that big 3-0. We want to get back into those 30 cents. We want to get back into 30 cents and above. Those were some nice days to reminisce upon when Doge was trading in the 30s, and it did it for quite a bit. Why do you think that? Play with Daisy says, I'm not quite sure to which you are referring. Everyone is talking about their opinion on target price, but no reason why. You must be new here, Play with Daisy, because that's all we do is give discuss our technical analysis and the reasons why we come to conclude the things that we do. So right now we are trading just under 26, and when we look at the trading volume over the last 48 hours, when we look at the timeline upon which it had happened, then when we look at the previous patterns on which bull runs have take place in relation to Doge, I was just saying that I would put it a little less than half, a 40% probability that Doge would reach 30 cents by Monday, given that, for example, 7:30 this morning, we were at about 22 cents even and ascended to an all-time high of 28.35. And that put us, let's see, 4.4% since then, 26. So that would be a 22.5% increase throughout the course of the day in totality between where the market value was since 7:30 in the morning. So just given that general timeline and consistent trends going on, so we basically have to times 2 what we did today between since 7:30 this morning. So the probability of that happening between now and Monday, I would give about a 40% chance probability of that happening. That seems reasonable to me. So let's see here. We are looking at, I'm just looking at the market rounded here, and Bitcoin is up about 2% for the day, but it's just kind of been trading sideways since we've been on the air here at 44,260. Ethereum is right at 3,100 exactly, also trading sideways, perhaps down maybe 0.3 of a percentage point over the last hour, but still very bullish considering Ethereum is up 4.4% of the day, which is massive considering Ethereum has a market cap, you guys, of nearly 363 billion. 363 billion that is a massive amount of volume and trading volume to have taken place in order to get a coin with that size market cap up 4.5% over the course of one day. Now let's take a look at XRP Ripple. XRP Ripple is up 6.4% for the day. It's kind of trading sideways right now, and it's up 5% for the week, meaning that today is far and away the most movement that XRP Ripple has seen all week. Again, not too keen on XRP Ripple's recent comments regarding Dogecoin. Just unbelievable. I talked about this last night on stream, and the CEO of XRP Ripple, his name, Brad. Anyway, he offered some extremely disparaging comments, surprisingly disparaging and inaccurate comments regarding Dogecoin, parroting a lot of the same old junk that we often see, that Dogecoin has no cap whatsoever, has very little to no utility, is simply a meme coin, all this kind of stuff, on and on and on. And he equated He cautioned anyone invested in Dogecoin, equating it to complete gambling, that the odds of success with Dogecoin are the same as just walking into a casino, this sort of thing. Pretty big talk considering Ripple has been embroiled in some big legal battles with the SEC consistently throughout the year. And for him to assume that Ripple is somehow much less of a gamble than Dogecoin at this stage of the game. Dogecoin is the one that's making a bridge with Ethereum right now. Dogecoin is the one that's headed for adoption with Tesla. Dogecoin is the one that has Elon Musk's backing. Dogecoin is the coin that has the largest most vibrant community in all of crypto behind it, not XRP, respectably. I know some of you are XRP investors. I had a little money in XRP, and I was actually thinking about putting more money in it, but just kind of out of principle. The recent sentiments from their CEO has, it's definitely soured me, definitely had me kind of rethinking that. So guys, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to, I don't know if I'll keep this stream open or not, or just start. I was thinking about doing a members only stream after this. I think that's what I'm, but the night is still kind of young for me. It's not even midnight yet. So that's good. Get out now, Steele. XRP sucks. I didn't have a lot of money in XRP. I never had a lot of money in it. But I will say this. I try to cover things as unbiasedly as I know how anyway. XRP has made some very positive inroads with some European banking systems towards future adoption of that being their go-to cryptocurrency, which could prove to be extremely fruitful for XRP in the future, provided they get through these SEC turmoils relatively unscathed. Z-Man says, move to Twitch. I technically have a Twitch channel registered there, but I just never put in any time over there. Yes. So I'm going to crash soon. Okay, 7-1. Sounds good. So guys, this is what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to wind this stream down. I want to thank everyone for joining. This was awesome, a lot of fun. But in literally 15 minutes from now, from the time this stream ends, from 15 minutes from now, there is going to be an after set, a members only stream at 15 minutes after this stream ends. So all of you who are members, you will be able to access that stream. And if you're confused on where to go, look in the timeline. I'll be posting a link to that members only stream in the timeline of your YouTube and in the newsfeed. I will also be posting the link to my Twitter in a few minutes too, to give any member access to that stream. Also, everyone keep your notification bell set on all, and that will automatically redirect you there as well. So I've got some special topics that I did want to discuss exclusively in the members only stream. I think you guys will find of interest, and we're going to have a lot of fun over there. And if those of you who are wondering how to be a member, there's 3 tiers of membership. The entry level tier membership is just $4 a month. It's just $4 a month. And with that, you get a lot of unlocked content that we just have a great time. And it's also just a great way of showing extra support for our vision and what we're doing here on this channel with this excellent community. And we have just a lot of fun over there. Rock Lobster coming through with a super chat of $14.99. Do a members only and go for 4 Go 4 for 4, man. It's funny you said that because you must have been working on that super chat right as I decided to go 4 on 4. Give the people what they want. Can you dig it? Yes, yes. So that's what we're doing. And guess what, guys? I'm kind of getting a little bit of a second wind at this point. So if those of you who are going to join me over there, you're going to get a second wind. Daniel, thank you, and welcome to membership. Welcome aboard. Appreciate it. Love it. Guys, I'm going to leave you with that Elon music video again as the outro, so just kick back and enjoy that as the outro. I will be back for the regular scheduled show tomorrow night right around 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. But those of you who want to carry on the party over in the members only stream, you can do that. If you're not a member, it's easy to sign up. And it's inexpensive to sign up to just by clicking the link pinned at the top of the chat. Everyone else, Play with Daisy. The way you become a member is just click the link pinned at the top of the chat, and that will automatically open up the membership options. Entry level is just $4 a month, and then it goes, there's 3 different tiers. I think it goes to 10 and then 15 from there. I'd like to thank each and every one of you guys for hanging out. All the new people, I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out. This was fantastic. This was fantastic. Appreciate the support, guys. Let's keep the Doge momentum going strong. Let's keep the positivity going strong. We are going to win. We are going to win. Believe it. Members, I'll see you in 15 minutes. Everyone else, I'll see you tomorrow night. This is Steele signing out.
Had that third failure in a row. Did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
There are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight in the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult. Probably not the guy that most people would bet on.
Who wins?
It's like a little kid fighting a bunch of sumo wrestlers. Usually the sumo wrestlers win. We're a little scrappy company. Every now and again, a little scrappy company wins. And I think this will be one of them.
Everyone from the Doge community that's in here tonight, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Right at this moment, I want you to stop what you're doing. Even anything else you might be doing, we'll have in the stream. And I want you to look. I want you to look at that computer screen monitor or that TV screen in front of you with that thumbnail art and my voice coming through to you right now. And I want you to understand one big, simple, epic concept. We are going to win. We are going to win. We are going to win. We've got the Doge momentum. Can you dig it?
Maybe have some fun. I mean, it's like there's a good chance that crypto is the future currency of Earth. Right. And then it's like, well, which one is it going to be? Like, what would be the most ironic outcome? That the currency that was invented as a joke, in fact, becomes the real currency.
Right. Wow. No, absolutely. So, to the moon.
To the moon.
When you had that third failure in a row, did you think, I need to pack this in?